Today, I'm going to be breaking down Oh My by Fireboy, where as usual, I'm going to be talking you through the various elements that I'm picking up on as we go through it. Okay, so a couple of key moments within the track. Firstly, how the first verse flows into the chorus. Secondly, the significant changes that they give us in the second segment of the track compared to the first. And thirdly is the video concept. I think it absolutely bangs, and we're going to be talking about this and more in today's video. Right, let's get into some new music.
Anything for my baby, shining bling bling for my baby. Make you no disturb my baby, make you no dey pajaloba for my baby. So when I see for my baby, Mercedes for my baby. I could pay the bills, no biggie. Anything, cause you are my body, you are my soul.
Okay, right, we are going to stop it there because we've just headed into the chorus. So let's talk about the intro and the first verse. Okay, so let's talk about the intro first, because there's a lot that happens within a very short period of time. If my memory serves me right, the intro is only 4 bars long. But within those 4 bars, we get the melody, we get an initial percussive sound that's driving a 4/4 rhythm. Later on, we get more percussions come in, and they actually come in offbeat. We get some vocals in there, and we get an additional instrument towards the end of this intro. And for me, this is what I would call a fully optimized intro, where they've packed everything in that they need to pack in to set that tone, feel, vibe, etc. within a very short period of time. So if you're a producer or you're an artist and you're thinking, well, you know, how can I create a good intro without dragging it out for 8 or 16 bars? Well, just listen to this, because this is a really good example. We shift over into the verse, and what do we get? We get a 5-beat pattern. So we get... And this is a staple within Afrobeats music. Now, what you'll also notice within the verse is that it builds quite slowly. So rather than chucking everything in, or almost everything instrumentally, and then stripping things out, they start off with the bare bones stuff and they slowly build. So we hit the verse, the beat comes in, the bass also drops when that comes in, and then as we get towards the back end of the verse, we also get another instrument that comes in also. Now, another thing to pay attention to is you notice that there's no big transition that takes us out of the verse into the chorus. We get a subtle transition, we get some accentuation on the vocals, just as an indicator to us as the listener that something's going to change, but there's no big transition. And if you wasn't paying attention to it, if you wasn't listening to it, you would think it was just this continuous flow, because the verse almost flows into the chorus. And I really like this about this track, considering the feel, vibe and tone of it. Like, I think it works really well, rather than having some big transition or big shift and then kind of segmenting the chorus. And then the final thing, just to kind of pick up on, or an observation of mine, is I really like the video. I like the concept. You know, we clearly start the video with Fireboy and his missus at old age taking the pill, and boom, here we are looking at them in their younger years, and especially in this scene where they clearly first met. So video concept wise, I think absolutely bangs. So let's go back, let's listen. Right, so you can hear the melody, right? 4/4, other percussions in there.
Anything for my baby, shining
beat and bass now.
Make you no disturb my baby, make you no dey pajaloba for my baby. So when I see for my baby, Mercedes for my baby.
And there's that additional instrument. Listen.
Anything, cause you are my You are my body, you are my soul.
Right, we're in the chorus now.
You are my all, you are my comfort, you are my home. Oh my, you and I, you and I, you and I know. See, I know if love you on my own. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my. Baby, jealous, shitty. London, Paris, Germany, baby.
Okay, right, I'm going to stop it there because we've leaked over into the second verse. So let's just very quickly talk about some of the elements within the chorus. Okay, so just a couple of key observations within the chorus, really, and it kind of circles back to this point that I was making of the verse flowing into the chorus. Because what you'll notice is that nothing big happens in the chorus, at least within this part of the track. We get slight variation within the melody and the bass is more consistent. But outside of that, you know, nothing much changes. And if you weren't listening for those things, you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference. And the same thing applies with the vocals. Like, you'll notice that we get no harmonies, we get no ad-libs, we get no vocal runs, we get none of those things that we would typically expect from a chorus. And this is what is making me feel like, at least from a production standpoint, that they've purposely set it out so that we get this seamless blend from the verse into the chorus, rather than a clear line between the chorus and the verse as you would typically get within a track. And like I say, I think it works perfectly fine just because of the feel, the mood, the vibe and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it sounds odd at all. In fact, it's actually quite refreshing. And then the final thing just to pay attention to, purely because I like it, is the do-do-do-dun towards the end variation within the melody. I just think it's a nice touch, nice piece of ear candy, but also I think it does a good job of facilitating the transition out of the chorus into the second verse. So let's go back, let's listen.
Anything, cause you are my body, you are my soul.
Right, chorus in there now.
You are my all.
Listen to the bass.
You are my home. Oh my, you and I.
Slight variation within the melody.
See, I know if love you on my own. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my. Baby,
now we're in the second verse.
London, Paris, Germany, baby. If you wear anything, baby. If you wear shoe, wear clothes, like it. So when I see for my baby, Mercedes for my baby, I go pay the bills, no beke, anything.
Nice cut.
You are my body, you are my soul. You are my better half, you are my all. You are my comfort, you are my home. Oh my, you and I, you and I, you and I know. See, I know if love you on my own. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my.
Okay, right, we're going to stop it there because we are obviously going to move over into the next section of the track. So let's talk about verse 2 and the second chorus. So there were definitely some significant changes within verse 2 and chorus 2 compared to verse 1 and chorus 1. The first thing that we notice is we get the addition of some rolling hi-hats, which absolutely bang. Love a good rolling hi-hat, providing it doesn't interfere with the track too much, which in this case it doesn't. Second thing that we notice is that the bass in verse 2 is way more prominent than the bass in verse 1, and the same applies to the tail offs. And you may be thinking that there weren't any tail offs in verse 1. Well, there was, it's just that they were very subtle, so you may not have heard them. And we have a very similar story with the chorus. So the bass in chorus 2 is different to the bass in chorus 1, but vocal game, that also gets uplifted. More layers are being applied, and we've got some harmonies in there as well. Let's go back, let's listen.
Oh my, oh my. Baby,
bass,
London, Paris, Germany.
Hi-hats.
If you wear anything, baby. If you wear shoe, wear clothes, like it. So when I see for my
there you go, tail offs.
Mercedes for my baby. I go pay the bills, no beke. Anything.
Right, chorus coming in.
You are my body,
right, bass, different.
You are my better half, you are my all. You are my comfort,
and you can hear the layers now.
You and I, you and I, you and I know. See, I know feel
harmonies.
On my own. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my. See, I'm on my knees. You can see the feeling on my face. They wanna take my place, but nobody fit to run my race. Oh Lord, fair, I am not one day, but I go sing you song one day. Gonna walk you down the aisle one day when you sing my name. Cause you are my body.
Okay, right. We are going to see the rest of the track out. I just want to very quickly talk about this particular segment of the track. So with this segment of the track, there will be quite a lot of people out there that would probably refer to this as a third verse. And you know what? They wouldn't necessarily be wrong. And the reason why I say that is because, you know what, when it comes to song structure, unless a track is following a clear and defined line, it can be very difficult or subjective, actually, to begin to define things like a pre-chorus or a refrain or a bridge. Now, for me personally, I would refer to this more as a bridge rather than a third verse. And the reason why I say that is because even though we have some similarities, there are also lots of differences within there as well. So the melody is different. We get entered into the bridge, or what I'm calling the bridge, with some strings. We've got some sound design in there. And even if you listen to the vocals are different. The way that they're being delivered, the spacing between the vocals, but also even the way that some of those vocals are being followed up. So yes, we've got similarities, but due to the many differences, that is why I would refer to this particular segment of the track as more of a bridge rather than a third verse. So let's go back, let's listen.
Eyes closed, oh my, oh my.
Right, listen. Strings.
See, I'm on my knees. You can see the feeling
Melody's
on my
different.
face. They wanna take my place.
Spacing within the vocals.
Oh Lord, fair, I am not one day.
Additional instrument there. Follow-ups, they're different.
When you sing my name. Cause you are my
right, now we're back into the chorus.
You are my better half, you are my all. You are my comfort, you are my home. Oh my, you and I know.
Notice that the vocals are being picked up again.
I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, cause you are my body, you are my soul. You are my better half, you are my all. You are my comfort, you are my home. Oh my,
vocal runs, harmonies.
See, I know feel love you on my own. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my.
Right, nice outro now. And the thing that I really like about this intro actually is that rather than focus on the instrumental, what they're doing here is they're actually focusing more on the vocals. And we can tell that just because of the vocal runs and just the way that it's kind of running off like the back end of the track, where we've just got all of this vocal stuff happening. So I think it's a really, really nice touch. Strip back now. Bangs, mate. Okay, that's it for me. If you want to see more breakdown and analysis videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.